Hey there. It's right around 12:30 p.m. on Friday. Today is August 11th. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through August, and it feels like it just started. Um, and I'm sitting here just doing my usual emailing and emailing and texting, always for business purposes. The first thing that I do when I wake up is check my emails and confirm any phone meetings that I might have for the afternoon. Today I have a phone meeting mid-afternoon that I almost forgot about. Had to confirm it over email first thing this morning, and I also had to get back to some people about an ongoing business project that I'm trying to participate in. And there are a number of people associated with this building complex, as well as with the police station right around the corner, who have a vested interest in making me out to be insane when I'm actually verifiably and scientifically not insane at all. When people don't like what you have to say, when you're exposing the truth of their incompetence, they will try to make you out to be crazy. They try to discredit what you say. They try to poke holes in your reasoning. They start looking under your bed, literally, pretty much. In my case, they're definitely looking under my bed physically. People keep getting in here and leaving the door unlocked and vandalizing my stuff and moving things around and stealing things. So that's not my imagination. But the police station, the E-13 police station around the corner, and the landlord of this building, the Greenville group, have a vested interest in pretending that I am crazy because they're all completely incompetent. The Greenville group has a business policy of renting exclusively to psychotic sex offenders, violent thugs, and other types of drug-using career criminals, lowlifes, psychopaths, and scumbags. The police don't want to have anything to do with it because they're just stupid and lazy, I guess. They refuse to investigate crimes that go on in this building because it's just so filled with, criminals that dealing with this building would take up all of their time. They're also like helping the landlord, I guess. I mean, they just don't want to investigate any crimes perpetuated by anyone living in this building because the people who live in this building are already in the criminal justice system, and most of them have already been in jail, or this is their jail. Like, this is where they live. They've been placed in this building as part of their prison sentence. So the cops don't want to deal with it. But when you have non-criminals living in this building, you have a responsibility as a police, entity or a landlord to make sure that the non-criminals don't get cannibalized by the psychopaths, thugs, and sex offenders around them. And that's what's been happening to me. Nobody is doing anything about the nonstop stalking, surveillance use, perverted and dirty use of surveillance devices in my shower and in my bathroom. This morning I woke up and some disgusting sex offender creep from across the street was screaming up at my windows about how I had used a washcloth this past night when I was using the toilet. How do they know this? I did. I woke up at like 4:30 a.m. and had to pee, so used the toilet. And did not. So they know what I do in my bathroom. I'm just not going to get into the details. This is gross. So they know what I do in my bathroom. He was screaming up at me, hey, bitch, did you use the washcloth or did you have the washcloth? It's like, what? I did, but how does he know? Anyway, it's really disturbing. So I'm not the one who's crazy. I'm simply reporting the crazy. But the police have a vested interest in not investigating all of the psychopaths, sex offenders, drug-using career criminals that live in this building because that would take up all their time. There's so many of them, they wouldn't even know what to do. They'd have to hire extra officers to deal with all this stuff. So they just wash their hands of it, and they want to shut me up because I keep filing police reports. And they're angry about that. So that's the police. They have a vested interest in keeping me shut up and ignoring my police reports. And then the landlord gets way more money from the government and from other agencies that they work with who cater to sex offenders than they do by renting at normal market value to people who are functional and pay out of pocket. So they want me out, and they have a vested interest in making me out to be crazy. And they're not shy about blatantly telling people such as inspectional services or responding police officers or the court that I am crazy and I am a hooker. So that's kind of funny. I am neither. There's nothing in my medical history at all of mental health issues or illness or anything ever. I've never even had to go see a therapist because I'm always pretty good at managing my emotions. Do I get angry? Absolutely, because I'm constantly getting harassed. When people keep breaking and entering into your unit, smacking the wall behind your toilet at 3 a.m. when you're trying to use it, shouting at your windows that they saw you using a washcloth instead of toilet paper at 3:30 in the morning, yeah, you have the right to be pretty angry about that. That is a normal response that most reasonable people would have when enduring that kind of nonstop harassment. But the stupid landlord and the useless cops don't want to see that. So right now, I'm actually just having brunch, and I'm being a little crazy right now. So this is me being crazy. I am being completely crazy. This is my version of crazy. Sitting here, having tea, some dried fruit, some vitamins, water, and some chips, and sending a bunch of emails. And the crazy is in the sending of the emails. I started signing up for a work project a few days ago, received an offer. The offer was reneged on, and then the offer was reoffered. But now they're not confirming the new offer. So I went a little crazy and I started sending emails and making phone calls. I've already made like 4 phone calls today to confirm this new second offer for this work project. So that's a little crazy, right? I called like 4 people at this company, all different people, trying to confirm and to get confirmation of this second offer because nobody confirmed the second offer. It was simply made over the phone verbally. And so I sent a bunch of emails and made a bunch of phone calls to a bunch of different people at the same company to try to confirm the second offer. So that's me being crazy. I mean, it's a little crazy, you know. I just like sent out like 5 emails, made 4 phone calls, all within the last 30 minutes, all to different people at the same company, because I'm having a bit of an issue with the fact that they made me a verbal offer 2 days ago, and nobody has confirmed that verbal offer over email or over anything. So this is me being crazy. This is my version of me being psychotic and insane, is when I send a bunch of emails and make a bunch of phone calls in a short period of time to several different people at the same company, just trying to get some information. It's a little bit stalkery. Yeah, I agree. And so that's me being crazy. This is about as crazy as I get, unless I'm actively shouting at people who are coming at me and harassing me first and eavesdropping on what I say and do in this apartment and smacking the wall when I use my toilet. So then I just shout at the wall. But that's in response to somebody else's craziness. That's not me suddenly doing that for no reason. I only respond. I do not play offense. I play defense. So I do not actively harass people or go towards them most of the time because they're just disgusting and hideous and I have no interest in having anything to do with them. So I keep to myself. But if people are going to come towards me and invade my space and come at me all the time like a bunch of psychotic, useless, mentally disturbed stalkers, then yeah, I will shout at them. I will shout at the walls that they're smacking. I'll shout at the floor that they're banging on. I will shout at the door that they're trying to break down. I will shout at my windows at the disgusting pieces of crap who are always shouting up at my windows, making filthy comments about what I use on the toilet in my bathroom. So yeah, I will shout back when people are actively smacking the wall, making banging noises, invading my privacy and harassing me. But other than that, I do not go towards any of them because they're just disgusting low-life scumbags. And I have absolutely no interest in coming within 1 million miles of turds like that. So that's that. And that's a fact. If you lived with a bunch of sex offenders who are constantly coming at you, perving and creeping all over your stuff, bragging that they can see what you do in your bathroom, shouting at you about what you use when you're on your toilet, you would be pretty disgusted too, and you would think that they're a bunch of low-life scumbags as well. That is a normal response, and that is what anybody would feel when their privacy is constantly being invaded by criminals that the police are protecting, that the landlord deliberately caters to and aids and abets, and you're kind of just left off in left field to do your own thing. So when these stupid, incompetent entities, such as the police and the landlord, refuse to do anything about nonstop criminal harassment, stalking, aggression, and assault, you have the right to say and do whatever you feel like, and it doesn't make you crazy. It just makes them stupid, incompetent, and crazy themselves.